Darkness has descended upon the city, and the creatures of the night have begun to stir. This is the time when the veil between the realms of the living and the dead is the thinnest, and all that is not what it appears to be. Like a lone sentinel, one candle flickers in the night, revealing all that lurks in the darkness. This is Ghost Chronicles, Book of Shadows. Welcome to the nightmare.
With me, of course, is my amazing co-host, the Wicked Witch from the West herself, Marla Brooks.
You're getting nicer.
I am?
It's scaring me, yeah.
Oh, I'll have to work on that. Anyway.
You're just having a bad day. Yeah, okay.
Well, I have a bad. I've got 5 monitors in front of me, and the latest one where I actually doing the show from is way up over my head on the right, and the last one I missed the break totally because I didn't see the cues in it. But anyway, so I'll try to be a good boy today in this one. Anyways, we have a guest today, which is
we do.
Yes,
Jacki Smith is back.
She is somebody who is very interesting because she used to be known as the Candle Lady. I don't think that's quite what they called her, but she
was a little more than that, but okay, yeah, go ahead.
Anything about candles and spells and all that stuff, she could do it. And now she's going down a different path. She still has the candle stuff, but I say that so eloquently, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
Yeah, I know. Anyways, she's joining us today, I think, unless she ran.
Not yet, but she's good. She can handle you.
Why is she so quiet, though?
Oh, I didn't know it was my turn.
Oh, you don't have turns on this show.
I thought you were doing a little intro, so yeah.
I'm not that good.
I was just, pausing for the intro. But
she's the author of many books. She has her own podcast. She is fabulously wonderful and beautiful. She is Jacki Smith. Is that good enough?
I'll take it. I'll take that. And here's your $5.
Thank you very much.
Gee, I only got $2.50 the last time, Jacki. Come on.
Well, you put an extra 0 on the end of that, and you're good.
Okay.
Now you're talking. Now it's flowing. I like it now. It's better. So anyway.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Wait a minute. I'll tell you what I heard.
Wait a minute. All right. Wait a minute. Wait. All right,
spill the tea, Marla. Let's go.
Well, okay. Well, you're here for a reason. And it was a good one because something's been bothering you for years that you want to talk about. And so, now you have your chance and it's very, very interesting.
And it's not you, Ron. You don't bother me. I'm good.
I try.
You're my friend. But... So here's what a perfect setup, Marla. Do you want to know what's been bugging me?
Yes. What's been bugging you, Jacki?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's been bugging me is ghosts are not zoo animals.
Ooh.
And so actually what's kind of bugging me is those high octane ghost hunting shows, the Ghost Bros and all this other stuff that treat a spirit of place or you can't see my air quotes of ghosts that they're proving. They treat them as if they're animals in a zoo. They're monkeys in a cage, which I don't like monkeys in the cage either. But it's
that's actually what I use is on many occasions. I said ghosts aren't trained monkeys. I've always said that.
Yeah, and then they go into if they see a pentacle. Oh my God, there's evil witches and demons and it's not as they kind of make it a little cut and dry on some things, and it really bothers me the way anytime they see a pentacle or something spray painted on the wall or the floor, they immediately think they just mentally jump back into some satanic panic, and it's just I guess I've been having some good conversations about this with folks that do investigations ethically. So And I was just at the Midwest Shamans Conference this weekend, and several of us had a great conversation. A lot of the teachers, many shamans had a great conversation about this today.
Yeah,
and I gotta say,
they're all spiritualist people, though, right?
yeah, no, shamans.
Yeah,
Different
well,
than
spiritualists.
No, spiritualists are different.
Well, yeah, that's air quote spiritualist for me. You can't see
Okay.
my fingers air quoting, but yeah, it was spiritualist, meaning they are spiritual.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely. But
yeah.
I gotta say, I'm not a ghost hunter, and I don't identify as a medium. I mean, my background is more of a witch, teacher, author, practitioner, and I've had my own spectral experiences, as it were, and I've helped people clear residual energy, set boundaries with elementals, settle spaces. So, but I'm not a ghost hunter. I'm not an investigator. So, um, I just wanted to clarify that I'm not a pro like a bunch of you guys.
It's not pro. There's no, yet, the thing, a lot of people do the same thing. They might do it differently because everything we do goes through us, our own psychic, our own beliefs, and everything else. So,
Mm-hmm.
as you said earlier, ghosts with quotes. To me, a ghost or a spirit's the same thing. I mean, I just use them interchangeably. But to you, you've got them separated, and I understand why. So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, you know.
I am using that a bit interchangeably, ghosts and spirits.
Yeah.
I do think there's but there's
It's how you
yeah,
define it, though, right?
yeah,
Because
I guess
whatever
so.
you
Yeah.
go through, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I also think that there's spirits of place and elementals, which I've had to manage.
So what's an
Um,
elemental?
well, an elemental is a primal energy. It's the energy of the land, um, uh, similar to a spirit of place, but they are just around, especially in more wild places. Um, and they can have a bit of a personality and be bits of tricksters at times.
Mm-hmm.
But they've never been human.
Okay. So in the Catholic, that would be like an angel, because an angel has never been human.
Angels, to me, are a bit bigger. They're more where an elemental is a primal frequency. An angel is an angelic frequency. How else do I explain this? It's
Yeah.
more of a divine frequency.
Yeah. So you have now defined it as a frequency rather than as an entity in itself, and I understand that because that's how you look at it.
Mhm.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's the thing I really like about doing all of this is in talking to people in different backgrounds and different things. You look at their perspective than ours. I mean, the last show we did, Steve and I, we were talking about Victorian times and some of the things they did back then. But today we would judge it differently because we're judging from the future, and that's because we're judging through our eyes and not their eyes at the time. So everything we do is judged through our own consciousness, our own beliefs. So there is, uh, you know, we might think there are certain rights and wrongs, but in reality, maybe there isn't. Maybe it's just how we are judging them.
Well, we do build our own ethics. Our ethics are very situational and personal. Um, and so I can't take my ethics and take the frame of my ethics and put them on you or Marla, because you have a different perspective in life. So I'm with you 100% on that. But this has been bugging me. So
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The way that
Mhm.
ghost hunting is treated is horrible, absolutely horrible. Uh, it you know it, it's all about entertainment and scares. That's all it is, really.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
listen, I love a good ghost story. I mean, I'll trade stories all day long over coffee in the parking lot, whatever. They rivet me. I mean, just this whole process and the experience that people have are so very personal. It's sometimes very life changing, and you know, get a little adrenaline rush when I'm listening.
hmm Poor
when
Molly's
it,
quiet because she can't get a word in.
I'm very, whatever.
It's your turn, Marla.
Okay, thank you. I'm raising my hand. Did you see it? No, a lot of people have learned from those television shows as gospel, and they don't understand the difference between, entertainment and, and it kind of made things bad for the real people that are doing it, that are not, just saying, well, look good, where are you? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, everybody talked the same way. And
yeah, I remember being invited on a ghost hunt, and they called it a ghost hunt. And we went to this old cemetery. And I was thinking, why am I going to a cemetery?
I know.
And so, although I did get some interesting pictures that didn't make sense, but I really had to. I mean, I did put my opinion in there as people were going, "Show yourself," and I'm like, "Hey, hey, 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 kids! Number one, we're in a cemetery. Be respectful, and also be careful so you don't take anything home. But like, let's just talk respectfully. What would happen?" And it's interesting is once folks calm down, they got a lot more interaction.
People want to go on TV. That's the problem. There are people that are really on TV that are people that know their business, really.
I don't know any, but that's besides the point.
Well, it's you. We know this. But, the other people, 90%, made the good people not very good.
Yeah.
They don't believe it then. Yeah.
Yeah, I know John Tenney, and I've interacted with him quite a bit over the years, and so he doesn't have his own show per se, but he consults quite a bit. And I love having a conversation with him about this, and he just kind of rolls his eyes and gets a giggle when we talk about a bunch of this stuff. And so he is one of the legit people I know who actually do their investigative work on paranormal whatnots. Yeah. And it's funny. I have to tell you a quick little story that's not about ghost hunting.
Good.
About 10 years ago or so, I was approached by a reality show producer to do a reality show about Coventry and making candles. And in conversation, I'm like, well, what are you really looking for? And they're looking for the drama. They wanted a small business, family business, blah, blah, blah. And,
housewives of New Jersey candle makers.
Yeah. Kind of like, have you ever heard of Bar Rescue and those shows?
Yep.
But so like there's all this drama going on and people yelling. And I first I was super excited. Oh my gosh, woohoo, I'm going to be on TV. And then I went, oh, wait a minute. I actually like everybody who works here. So let's not. I just turned them down flat.
Yeah.
And then, so kind of
going. You have ethics. That's why.
And they're situational. Thank you very much. But yeah, they are very. Finding peace is very important to me, which then brings me to hauntings and spirits, ghosts, whatever you want to call them, haints, and why they're here. What do they need?
But one more little note on that. A while back, we did an investigation at a house in, where the heck was it? I don't know, Fall River or somewhere. I don't know, down there. It was an old Victorian. And anyways, it ended up being on A Haunting. Are you familiar with the show?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if you know the show, you know what it's about. So they asked us to be on the show. I turned them down because I knew the show. And sure enough, Leslie, who is a medium I worked with, went. I said, you can be in it, just don't go for the bull. And so it's like we went in there, we found certain information out, and that's all I say is information. And they had I guess another group that went in, and when supposedly there was demonic activity and everything else. So that they wanted her to say, well, could the demons hide from you when you were there? And they would try to make it always about, going back to their thing, which is demons. Every house is haunted with demons now because ghosts aren't enough. They got to be demons.
You can't see my iris roll right now. That's another thing that bugs me.
So hey, this is like Festus,
My airing my grievances.
Yeah,
I had
grievances.
At my candle factory, I had a gal who did investigations, and this is kind of where some of these conversations started with her about ghosts are not zoo animals, and she does investigations, recording, etc. And so she was working for me for a short time, and she was interviewing one of my employees with a digital recorder about their ghost experiences. So while they're working, they're just talking about this stuff, and she's recording it because she's writing a book. And then she was listening back to the recording, and there were voices of people who weren't there commenting on the story. And her whole team was super excited. They wanted to investigate. So I set the rules of, they already had their own rules of they investigate calmly. They investigate well, as if they're building a relationship, coming in and saying, hey, what you all about? And they got a lot of stuff. They got a lot of stuff from my place, but I'm making magic candles. I'm attracting elementals. I'm attracting positive spirits, etc. And so they were excited to talk to somebody who could hear them. That was fun.
Yeah.
EVPs are good.
Yeah.
Well, I say that too. I never have no luck, so I still
the problem. I know some people that like Mark Nesbitt from Gettysburg. He is respectful and everything else. He gets some of the greatest at EVPs. But the problem with EVPs is, yes, there might be what sounds like a voice on there, and it might be saying this, but we don't know whether was it really a spirit or is it just a projection of our own thoughts too. In other words, we ask the questions of somebody else's in the group, and they answer the questions basically in their own mind, and is it just projected onto the thing?
So, ESP is a part. Absolutely. Yeah. I've been watching those where they have someone in the other room with noise canceling headphones, and I'm like, is this ESP? Because this is too tight. So it's a curiosity. I mean, we don't have easy ways to prove it, but I have another thought on this.
Oh, cool.
Are they your ancestors?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I have had ancestors visit me and be very disruptive in humorous ways until they got what they wanted. And but I had to sit down and say, okay, what's going on? Who is this? And I was able to track it down to my ancestors who wanted me to honor them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of there's so many different possibilities and variables, so that when I hear the shows go, it's another demon, it's
a lot of demons in the world, a lot of demons.
Well,
unfortunately, they're all alive.
I was going to say they're human.
Yeah.
Well, and being witches, people, that's what we are. Yeah.
What? You're a demon?
They think so. Oh. You see a pentacle, like she said, but it's really good if you go to the grocery store.
Although my favorite song is Eartha Kitt's I Want to Be Evil, so...
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.
It's a good song.
It's
a good song. But it might be my theme song. But, yeah, I think when hunters, I'm going to differentiate between hunters and investigators.
Okay.
When hunters go in with provocation to stir up adrenaline and fear, I think fear kind of makes bad data.
That makes sense in a way.
And I don't think drama is discernment.
No.
So, and I know it sounds like I'm slamming all these guys. I still watch the shows so I can judge them, but
some are okay.
Some are okay. Yeah.
Not too many, but some of them, yeah.
But they're all the same.
You know what the ones I like? I like the ones that are on YouTube. or on Tubi, or like the ones that they're not well known because they're doing different types of work.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing the work versus the performance.
There is a group out in Washington. What is the name of the group? I can't recall that time. But basically, what they do is they go into a haunted location and they have somebody sit naked in a chair.
Naked.
All right.
Well, yeah, because they believe that. So it's one of the things that always happens in ghost hunts or investigations is someone gets touched. So they figure if they strip away the clothes, there's no collar being touched or something else, they can tell. And they have all this equipment all around them, so they're all monitored for all kinds of stuff. And yeah, so that's how they're doing their research.
I hope they put a towel down on the chair first.
I don't know. Wait a minute. If you saw the place in it, would it really matter?
Well, I mean, I'm thinking of personal protection.
Oh, personal protection. Okay.
I mean, guys don't worry about that as much as women do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that cracks me up is when they find another pentacle that's been spray painted on the wall. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's some teenagers doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, we take our pentacles with us and we remove them when we're done.
Yeah. Or you I wear mine, but I keep it under,
Yeah.
If it falls out in the grocery store and it's a long line and I'm there and they turn around and they say it and see it, and I got really quickly up there and they were kind of like, she has it. She's scared it.
Marla, I have a different experience. When I'm wearing my witchy jewelry, I get people coming up going, "Hi, I believe in this."
Oh, really?
And I was doing a talk with other entrepreneurs at the Federal Reserve office in Detroit, and I introduced myself as a witch. And the amount of people who came up to me afterwards, it was almost like a line that wanted to talk to me about this because they wanted to whisper real close to me, "I believe in this stuff."
So isn't a witch isn't it just like basically a religion versus, what the really concept of a witch is? The Hollywood version of the witch or the literature version of the witch?
I don't think it's,
It's a belief system, right? So it's
it's more than that.
It is. How can it be more than a belief system?
I look at it as a title, Marla.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a title. It's a avocation.
Sure.
It's you work with the energies around you to affect change.
Yeah.
And you can be a witch in many different traditions.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to. Wicca does not equal witch. Wicca is a religion. A witch is a title.
Okay, I could kind of see that, but I mean,
like a teacher.
Well, that's a jump. How did you get from witch to teacher? I mean,
okay, so when you have an avocation, you're a teacher. Like okay, I teach 3rd grade. You're a teacher. When you have a child, you're a mother. When you use the energies around you to affect change, you're a witch. I mean, it's a title.
But not necessarily a teacher.
Well, witches can be teachers, but
they can be, yeah.
But like, I'm an accountant. I add numbers up and down. I'm a witch. I use the energies around me to affect change. I mean, it's a title.
Everybody have different paths, and no two are alike.
Isn't that really just a title of what you believe?
No.
I don't see that. Okay.
Because
I'm talking to 2 witches, so I mean, I'm telling you my unwitchy concept of it.
A perfect thing is, I am not Wiccan.
Right. I get that.
Okay. I don't follow, there's different paths. No, there's I'm not a druid. I'm not.
Yeah.
So
Druids are all dead, by the way. They were all killed.
Oh, tell that to the people who are still gathering.
Yeah,
so.
I know a few.
That's because they're New Age druids. That's why they've the original druids were all wiped out.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
And so you have the resurrectionists who are called to bring it back.
Yeah.
And it can be, you can look at witch as kind of a calling. Do you think, Darla, it could be a calling as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Because, when I don't know about you, but all I thought about when I was a kid, I was not afraid of witches. I wanted to read books on them and did children's books on them. And I didn't know at the time my great grandmother was a witch. They didn't tell me, but it kind of was in me somehow.
Mm-hmm. Now, did your great grandmother call herself a witch or more of a cunning woman?
She spoke Russian. I don't know what she
Isn't
taught.
that an oxymoron? Oh, I'm sorry.
But she was, yeah.
Oh.
They she was like the not the people that's shit. Today is one of those days.
Words are optional today, Marla.
Yeah, really. She was the village witch, let's say.
Okay.
But
right.
She was the one that had people having babies. She was knew, how to make potions, to help people, not to kill them, but to help them. So, but yeah, but they were calling, I guess, a witch. But that was what she was, somebody that knows a lot of things and spiritualistic also, I think. Yeah, but I don't know. I wish I'd known her, but God, that would have been 100. Then I'd be 100 years old.
Right. Well, you're my age anyway.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Up close. But and she probably had a book of shadows and stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, she died too often. And as I've told this before, but she wanted to she was sick and she wanted to help change things in the family and wanted her daughter to teach what she learn what her mom gave her, and she didn't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And so whatever she had, it went down the toilet somewhere.
That's sad to me.
Yeah.
Because we're just trying to discover all the things that were lost. But
yeah, but in a way though, I mean that's it's the daughter's choice, and because
absolutely.
like when you get married, it's you're now a different person. It's you're on your you just do your own. It's not necessarily you have to carry on your family, whatever.
Oh, I'm 100% in agreement with you. That we all have our own paths and we all have to break away from our parents. It just makes me sad that information was lost. I'm not. Yes. There's no judgment on your grandmother deciding not to follow that path, because we were moving into a time of technology and science.
Yeah.
Whoops. Looks like we're taking a break.
I didn't hear the doorbell.
No, they don't. Doesn't. Ben's doing the show today, and he's not used to us. So
waving is good.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So just a quick story is I learned when my mom was passing, I learned that it would be my great grandfather in Poland was something in the village that when people died, their partners or family would go to them, and then he would dream about them at night and bring back messages for the family members.
Nice.
So he was, other than and without a title, he was a medium.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. He was something.
Well, he had it in him. I mean, we all have it in it.
Is it really have it in him, or is just maybe a quiet? Well, we got to take a break anyways. Sorry about that. We'll have to discuss that later. Anyway, else, anyways, you're listening, if you're still with us, to Ghost Chronicles, Book of Shadows with Marla Brooks and Ron Kolick right here on TogiNet and the PowerX Radio. And we're all good podcasts that go to die. Our special guest today is author, entrepreneur, candle specialist, witch, all that cool stuff. Podcaster, Jacki Smith. Who can't spell her first name, but that's another story. So we're brought to you by Circles of Wisdom, 386 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts, the Glant Messiah's Family Law Group, 55 High Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. Our very good friends at Ghost Chronicles Radio and Patreon. And of course, Positively and Brilliant Reiki Infused Candles on Etsy. So that's Positively Brilliant Candles by my good friend, medium, Leslie Martin. And we'll be right back after the following messages.
Do you have a paranormal event, book, or something else you want people to know about? Then why not advertise it on Ghost Chronicles Radio? With over 150,000 downloads a month, get your message out to an audience that's interested in the subject. We have a plan at a cost that fits your needs. For more information, contact Ron Kolick at anyghostproject@comcast.net or call 978-455-6678.
Located in Illinois, there lies a sleepy little town where nothing is a common occurrence.
You going to that party in town tonight?
Heck yeah! I only turned 18 once.
That is until the night of celebration.
Where the hell is she? Oh no. No, 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 Jessica!
What's happening?
From the creators of Shadowhunters, Biting Me, comes a tale of primal terror, grindcore mayhem. Shadowhunters, kill, Jessica, kill!
Hello, can you hear me? My name is Harry Price. I am speaking to you via the medium of the Ghost Box. Many of you will know I carried out the first live radio broadcast from Haunted House way back in 1936 for the BBC. Now, thanks to the wonders of modern technology, I am still able to keep abreast of 21st century ghost hunting by listening to Ghost Chronicles International on TogiNet, PowerX Radio, the Ghost Channel, and even on something called a podcast. Two splendid chaps host it. One is an American who calls himself New England's own Van Helsing, although I have discovered his real name is Ron Kolick. The other is Stephen Parsons, and he's a paranormal scientist. Well, mustache, I'm required elsewhere on something called a K2. But don't forget, I'll be listening in every Tuesday from 8 o'clock in Great Britain and 3 o'clock on the American Eastern Seaboard. I trust you will join me there.
All right, let's do a roll call. Ron Kolick, are you here?
Should I be?
Okay, thank you. Jacki.
I am here, present.
Good. Well, I'm Marla Brooks, and my head, I'm the head counter today. Yeah. Jeez.
I love that ad.
Which one?
Love the talking to you from the spirit box. I was giggling pretty hard on that one.
That's Steve Fossett did that. He's one of the most respected parapsychologists in the UK. He's on the councilman for the SPR, the Ghost Club, is a advisor to the Ghost Club, advisor to the let's say ASAP and a bunch of other things. Smart guy.
Here's an Aunt Jackie fun fact. I started my business because I wanted to go to college to become a paranormal psychologist.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I never made it. Yeah. Instead, I'm just like experiential psychologist. But yeah, no, I never made it to the college university world. I was busy. I was busy building a business.
I did. I have a degree in environmental science, which is why you love this, Jacki, is that I take old candles that burn down and I melt them and make new candles.
I kind of do too.
I've done it. Yeah.
I don't, as long as it's not, cleansing something or has some energy that needs to be released. But I will burn that candle down to its nothingness.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
I like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
I get so many questions, but let's stay on the witch thing. I really want to talk about that other thing, but let's the witches are so and I think you guys brought it up already. The misconceptions are unbelievable, and you're right. Witches is not necessarily a satanic thing. It's not necessarily a wicked thing. It's more, and I believe this. This is my new one. It's a way of life. Would you go along with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I would.
But, there are bad witches. I mean, but
they're bad humans, though. They're a bad Catholic. They're a bad Jews. They're a bad everyone.
I was just going to say that. So, people just want to do things making everybody scared.
Right. Right. That's why ethics are so personal.
Ethics is so important. It's the one thing that we are losing, which is really sad in a lot of cases. We just don't have that.
No one's the villain in their own story, right?
Right.
So there are people who I have met who feel called to create chaos because they feel chaos is helpful. They're called to
chaos magic, right?
Yeah.
No, not chaos magic, but just being a jerk and then creating chaos from it, being contrary, being and that's just who they are. No matter what you say, if you say the sky's blue, they're going to say, no, it's gray. Well, gray was yesterday. No, yesterday was blue. And just because they feel that it is their job to stir the pot.
Yeah.
I think you described me. I'm sorry.
And then those of us who live, never mind.
You're having a hard time, Marla. I'm sorry.
No, it's not bad. I have this cat out here, and I just had to pick him up.
Well, that's a demon. I'm sorry. That's a demon.
I know. I know. He jumped on the chair and he bit me, and then I had to go and run and get him food. I put it down, and that's what the last 5 minutes I've been doing.
That we know who runs the house.
Oh boy.
Every cat runs the house.
Yeah, but some are sweeter than others.
Yeah.
I had a cat called Pipsqueak, and she was the sweetest little thing, and she lived to be 16, and she never did anything bad. She was so cute. She was a little baby when we got her.
Well,
this one, different.
Well,
this is a Halloween cat.
Oh, well, see, what'd you name this cat?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we got him at the pound and they called him Tiger because he's like that, but he wouldn't go for it. He wouldn't go it. So I finally, after 15 minutes talking to him, be like this or this or this, and wouldn't look at me. And I went, T, just letter T. And he just looked at me and said, yes, that's it. So
That's cool. So he's Mr. T. That's why he's so crabby.
Yeah. But he's not got anything gold around his neck, thank God.
Did you ever hear about the cat and the dog that went to heaven? They're at the pearly gates, and God's sitting there judging them, and he says to the dog, "You've been faithful to your owner all like, please enter." And the he looks at the cat and he says, "Well, you've been comforting to your owner, so we'll let you in." But the cat doesn't go anywhere. And so God says, "Well, why don't you come in? I said you can come in." And the cat says, "You're on my chair."
Yeah. It's
pretty much a cat, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty funny. It's not where I thought you were going to go, so that was a surprise.
Mm-hmm. All right, anyway. So we got to get back to
ghosts.
Yes.
Ouch. Go ahead. I got a leg cramp. Who did that to me? Was it you?
No.
Was it Marla or Jacki?
You want a funny story about the elementals?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a place on a private campground. That's our summer place. Mm-hmm. It's a fun little place. Lots of people are there, and right across the little lane is another row of campers, and then behind that is the woods, and everyone's experiencing crazy stuff. I can hear people coming up my steps. The person across the street has things move in her camper while she's sleeping, to the point where she got up in the middle of the night, started banging pots and pans together, going, "Get out, get out." Oh, wow. And we've seen people, or we'll see somebody walk between the campers, which they're not supposed to do, and we don't recognize them, so we all jump up to say, "Who's there?" And there's nobody there. I've woken up and seen things in my face. Only here. This doesn't happen at home. So since I'm, the campground witch, folks are like, "What's going on? This place is haunted. What's happening?" People are talking about seeing shadow people and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not a ghost investigator. I'm not a paranormal investigator. And I don't have any of the equipment, but, I have my other tools.
We are our own equipment.
Yes. So tuning into them, using my tarot cards for confirmation and getting the whole thing. That's when I discovered they are elementals. So they live in the woods. They've been there for forever, since before that was ever a campground. And it's been a campground for 80 years, so it's been a minute. And I'm like, "Well, why are you so active right now?" We had a rowdy group in our little area of the campgrounds. Folks playing music and having a good time, and we're just doing fun things. And they got curious. They got curious, and so they came out. So, in my understanding of how these things work, we took offerings to the woods and said, "This is where you go. You are over here. You are not over here." So we took the offerings to the woods, and when things start to get a little rowdy, we'll take offerings over to just like a couple of pieces of fruit. I mean, it's I'm not bringing a goat. Just some fruit and maybe like a piece of cake or something, and say, "Thank you. I see you, and this is where you go."
Just surround the camp with salt. See salt all around. Stay out.
Yeah, that was not deterring as much as we thought it would. But it was just like, okay, you guys live here 24/7 for how many thousands of years. So you take care of this land. You're responsible for it. So we did that. So I actually, it's so funny at the campground. I have done so much more there than anywhere else, really.
So you have a reputation there.
Yeah. Well, there's been a lot of weird things. Um, since this campground has been around for a long time. Um, some people have like old sheds that have been built, even though the camper changes. And some folks bought a spot and it had the old shed, and they would talk about how they would secure it, but in the middle of the night, the thing is flapping open and just lots of noises coming from it. And they thought animals were in it, but there's no holes anywhere and there's no sign of animals. They even left some cheese puffs in a bag to see if it was the raccoons getting in. Because, then you'll have the little raccoon paw prints in cheese.
Nice little orange faces on the raccoons, too.
So we started talking. Yeah, exactly. And so we started talking to some of the old timers at the campground and got the story that shed was built from parts of a funeral home when the funeral home was being torn down.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, now that makes sense.
Well, why does it make sense? I mean, just like a cemetery, you shouldn't be that much harder. Why? Because the funeral.
Because so here's what I picked up as I was clearing it, and I'm very careful when I clear something because I'm just not, I'm not gonna put the spiritual bleach on everything and call it good. You need to understand what's going on. Well, it was the doorways. So, it was the double doors that would go in and out of the funeral home that were in two different spots. And so I'm sitting there going, well, why is this going on? Well, the picture I got was someone walking into a funeral home and as one person, like, okay, this is my life now and my reality now. And then you go into the funeral and you realize how much your life has changed. And then grief hits you, etc. And then when you walk back out, you're kind of a different person. Whether you're walking in because you have to arrange a funeral or you go to a funeral or a service, it was this liminal threshold of energy. That's why the doors kept banging open. So that was, again, not a ghost, not a spirit, not an elemental, anything. It's just all that residual energy collected over, I don't know how old the funeral home was, but so we released any grief that was stuck in the doors.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. When I was started doing this 25 years ago, whatever it was, I bought on eBay, lovely eBay, some items from a haunted funeral home in Kokomo, Indiana. It was a black funeral home. There's a long story, but basically somebody bought it and was rehabbing it, and there were all these things happening, shadow figures, blah 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 blah, all this stuff going on, and they found all this stuff in the basement. It was in shoe boxes, and it was all items that were supposedly buried with the people, but we never were. So I had bought one of these boxes, and it arrived, right? So I kept it sealed, and we went to a medium. And this is way back when, I hate to say this, but I had a TV show on, actually, it was the first commercial reality ghost hunting show on WNDS in New Hampshire. And it was a commercial. Yeah, I was in TV Guide and everything. It was kind of cool. But anyways, so we brought this box into the medium to open it for it and see what impressions she would get. And we had cameras on it and everything else. The part that was funny about this whole thing is we opened the box, cut the tape on it and opened it up. As soon as we opened it up, the cameras went and then until like for a few, like maybe a half a minute or something, and then worked fine again. So was that energy that was with these items that it was released, or was it something else? It's interesting, though.
It is interesting. Are you actually, is that a rhetorical question or an actual question?
I don't know, whatever you want to take it as. I'm easy, trust
me.
me.
So in this past weekend, with the different teachers, spiritual people, shamans that I was talking with, we actually had an interesting conversation about this because I got a text from my friend who somebody in her life had passed and she felt that person was still around her. And so I was asking them, you guys, a medium who's also a shaman, I'm like, well, tell me what you think we should do. So we had that lovely conversation, which led to us talking about soul parts. Now, this is a esoteric concept, or it's not really a scientific concept, shall we say?
That's fine. Yeah.
And are these like remnants of the people, like our ghosts and hauntings, soul parts of somebody who has passed, and they kind of need to be released and elevated. So if these are things that should have been buried,
they were
with the people and were not, there may be some attachment to that.
But the interesting thing, Jackie, is that people, I have a ton of this stuff, and people send it to me because, oh, it's cursed, it's haunted, yada, yada, yada. Right? I've never had any problems at all with any of it. So is it us really giving it the power? Are we use it as a scapegoat?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
But you did a blind taste test, shall we say?
Okay.
Well, although a medium is expecting something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't tell the medium what you were doing. You just said, I want to show you something.
Right. Yeah.
And so there's things that are beyond our full knowing and proof. I mean, I tell people all the time when I do readings, this reading does not equal proof. Just because a psychic said that he's cheating on you doesn't mean he's actually cheating on you. Just pay attention. Psychic input does not equal truth. Fact, I should say, not equal fact. So a medium is expecting something. If you're going to have a medium do something, so they're kind of expecting it to be something. Now, if you just placed it next to her or him, whoever that was, and they picked up on it, then that's a double blind taste test. So it's interesting. I do think at times when people expect something to be there, it's quantum. It's going to be there.
Yeah, which is why these places like East State Penitentiary and all these ghost Disneylands, think about it, if you were a spirit or a ghost in one of these places, and you had people, I mean, hundreds of people going in and ask you the same damn questions every night. I mean, I'd be freaking annoyed. I don't know about you, but
I'd be messing with them.
Yeah. I wouldn't deal with it. It's like, I ain't got no time for this crap. I'm not going through this again.
And that's assuming there's consciousness there and not just residual energy, just a buildup of energy. But I do think we can create a thing. I think we can kind of create an egregore from people saying the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened in the what was the name of the Edwards experience? The one in Canada where they created a ghost.
Yes, I love that story.
It's a true story. That's the interesting part about it. It was done by serious researchers, and it is extremely interesting. And that's did we form a thought form ghost? In other words, did our thoughts make this go a rally?
I totally think that we can. I think we can invite in the energy, and I also think things are attracted to it too. So,
that's a good point too.
Like AI.
Oh, don't mention AI, that evil. You want to talk about demons, that's AI.
Okay, did you guys watch the show Evil?
Well, we create that too. Or maybe they create us. That's scary.
I think so anyway, it's on a lot of different streaming services now.
Okay.
And there was one of the episodes that was talking about kind of like making fun of TikTok and how the algorithm was actually a demon.
That's cool.
There is there's some weird stuff in that show and the stuff that like makes me shiver, but also there's a lot of humor in that show. It's actually quite funny.
I'll have to check it out then.
And it makes fun of society and the ghost. So they're all paranormal investigators, sanctioned by the Catholic Church, and one of them is an atheist, and she is a psychologist and an atheist. And she's the one that has the weirdest experiences. So there's that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it was fun. And so that show stuck with me because as I'm going through, if I find myself going through reels, I'm like, this is a demon. So, yeah. But yeah. But I do think things have, so I'm an Akashic record reader.
Yeah. I've got to get to you on the Akashic. We got to do a show on that because that's like quantum physics. Nobody knows what the hell it is.
Oh yeah. And I think there's very much quantum physics in the Akashic records. So
I don't doubt it.
The Akashic records is the history of your soul's entire existence. And there's the doorbell.
See what I mean? I knew we wouldn't have enough time to get into it. And that's something that I really am intrigued by.
So that's a teaser for another show.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
You want to come back?
Hell yeah. Because, I'm behaving myself.
You don't have to, I mean, we don't.
It's Ron's first time really talking to me, so I need to leave a good impression.
Wait a minute. We've never talked.
I don't think we have. I've been on Marla's show a couple of times.
Oh, yes, you have. You've been on my show. I have your book, Candle Magic, probably like 800 years ago.
This getting old is not for the weak.
I bet you I'll find it. I go check through my.
You know what? I think so. It was a whirlwind time.
But you're very easy to talk to. So, and it was an interesting show because you are easy to talk to. We could have a conversation rather than a lecture. So.
I hate those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
No.
Tell everybody what time and day what your podcast is and where is it?
Well, I have a new podcast. I just recorded my 10th episode. It's called Chats with Aunt Jackie. It's about a half hour-ish. And number one, you can find it Sundays at 8 p.m. on Para X. That's the first thing that's super exciting. It's also on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and it's a video podcast. Or you can just listen to audio. That's good too.
Yep.
And it's talking about stuff. Sometimes I'm just talking to you, and sometimes I have a guest on.
I've listened to a couple. It sounds like you're a man hater.
Well,
it's awful. There's a lot of stuff about woman protection and woman. This is like,
well, that was a reaction to a very visceral response to the CNN news report that they broke the story on that website. That teaches men how to drug and abuse their wives.
Oh, that's horrible. All right. Unfortunately, we got to go. We've already blown through the open ending. So where can people find you, your website or whatever?
You can find me at auntjacki.com. That's Jackie without an E, AUNTJACKI.com. And you can find me there. And on the social medias, Jacki Smith, just look for the face.
It's JACKI.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Jackie. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, too.
Good night, everyone. God bless and stay safe.
Holies to ghosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things that go bump in the night. Deliver us, good Lord.
And
thank you.
Yep, today's show, you've been listening to Ghost Chronicles with Marla Brooks and Ron Kolick right here on PowerX and TogiNet Radio. Show is brought to you by Circles of Wisdom, 386 Merrimack Street, Bethune, Massachusetts, the Glant Messier Family Law Group, 50 High Street, North Andover, Massachusetts. Our good friends at Ghost Chronicles Radio on Patreon, and Leslie Martin's positively brilliant, rakely infused candles. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Stay out of the shadows.
From goalies to ghosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things that go bump in the night. Deliver us, good Lord.